Good morning, freedom fighters. It is 7:01 a.m. Alaska time, August 31st, 2024. This is part two of today's videos, but this is going to be the birth of a man-made hurricane. As we can see, the central part of the spin is over what looks like Galveston Bay, maybe a little farther north. I haven't fished Texas yet. I don't plan on it. But this is the birth of a hurricane, in my opinion. They're already saying it's 20% development in the next 7 days, or whatever it says. Hang on, let me. Uh, 2 days. 20% in 7 days. Yeah, there we go. Disturbance number one. It's just created it today. It was not a cloud or anything out here until they made this disturbance. They shut everything off to the north and they redeveloped it to the south. Redeveloped. None of this is natural. We are surrounded by incredible technologies that have been stated and shown by the scientists, showing how they create storms with technologies by seeding the clouds and then lighting it off with laser beams. I don't know if y'all noticed all these direct energy beams. We have videos that goes on for hours if you watch them all. The evidence is undeniable. They are manipulating our weather and have been for a very long time. I cannot get every bit of my information in one little clip here, but you can see how next-rad radar systems are definitely creating these storms, not just showing the rain, but actually creating rain. You're going to see how this is not natural. You're going to see all the pings. Look at the little pings off the cell phone towers. There's also ships out here that pumps material out as well, with also the laser technology on board those vessels and the HARP technology as well. I've showed plenty of pictures of the hurricane maker. That got me kicked off Facebook without any strikes. They just completely removed me. You can see the energy coming out of Alabama. This is all man-made. This is going to most likely be our next hurricane that I'll have to go home for. Last year I had to go home. My mom lives on a flood zone and we lost all of her electronics, or like appliances, excuse me. Trying to be quiet. We got a crew member sleeping, but it's hard. I just want to get this information out before they cut me off completely. I've been shadow banned on every platform, but there is Warriors that has clicked the notification bell, I guess, that still sees it, or they look for it. All right, let me go in a little deeper detail here. I'll pause it. It'll let me. Right there. That's cell phone towers working. See the little blips? It's not birds leaving the cell phone towers as they lie. That's cell phone towers working. Trying to get the rotation going. None of these storms act natural. But you can already see the spin. That's already started right there. Right here is the spin. Right there, coming off the coast. That's the start of the spin they want to get going. They're creating it themselves. All right, let's go to windy. Readjust. Last 12 hours, you can see how it's developed. There's nothing out here. There's some weather here. Maybe they tried to get the cake going the first time and it fell, but they redeveloped it over Houston here, not Galveston. You can see how it redeveloped out of nothing. I feel like these are ships out here pumping this material out. The birth of a hurricane, though, as the daybreak comes from the east. And something unusual there. But yeah, they're heavy chemtrail on the northeastern side of it this morning. Go back 2 hours. You can see the heavy chemtrail operations that's taking place on the eastern quadrant of it. All the way across here's chemtrails. Let me zoom in. You can really see them. There's a nice X. Another nice X. I see the X's all the time in Alaska as well. I don't have time to take pictures of everything, but heavy chemtrail operation in this new man-made hurricane. There's some more line. Got to have the chemicals so the machine works. You got to have the metals in it so it becomes magnetic. For the ones that doesn't understand why it's happening, I don't always explain everything because it's just a broken record. So many videos I've made that nobody gets to see. And they're chemtrailing heavy to the north if somebody doesn't watch my first video. Here's one of the heavier chemtrail operations you ever want to see right here going on. That'll be something. New northeastern, new cold front, whatever it's going to be. Spreads out. Massive chemtrail operation ongoing. Brand new in there. How many aircraft it takes to do that at one time? Hundreds? I don't know. Breathing's not great, but I've been breathing in this material for a long time in Florida. If anybody hasn't seen my fallout videos from Florida, maybe I'll show you one. Stand by. First, I want to show you an incredible video of spraying from a warrior. No GPS is what I say, but not sure how you pronounce it, but really good video of very heavy spray. Undeniable. It filters the sun like I've never seen clouds do when I was a child. Clouds used to block the sun. But this is chemicals being sprayed in our atmosphere. It must stop. I'm glad Kennedy said something about it. I need somebody important to say something about it. We've been fighting it for so long now. The evidence is undeniable. We are being sprayed like bugs. I want to show you a video of me shrimping 6 miles offshore in a heavy chemtrail operation. This is the fallout. There's nothing else falling from the atmosphere except for the spray day that we had.
Hey guys, I want to make a second video of the dust particles. The wind, here, let me get it right. The wind's really blowing now. But look how much dust particles I am breathing in, even with the high wind. Absolutely incredible what is blowing by the boat right now. Heavy south wind right now. And it's still solid dust particles in the air. Has nothing to do with any industry. No industry out here. We're in the Gulf of Mexico. They're poisoning me, guys. All of us, not just me. Florida was heavily chemtrailed today. Heavily chemtrailed in Florida. Louisiana was heavily chemtrailed yesterday. They're poisoning us, guys. This is chemtrail fallout in the Gulf of Mexico. I am 5 nautical miles now from Chassahowiska, Florida. There's no industry inshore. It is 30,000 acres of cypress swamp. They're killing me, guys. Standing by.
This material's killing all of us. Even inside your home, you're not safe. But I want to point out how reflective the material is. Look at the streamers that it will leave in the light. Highly reflective material, nanoparticle aluminum. You know what that does to your lungs? I can only imagine. Wonder why autism's so high in young adults and stuff now. I wonder how smart I would have been without all the poisoning. All of us. All of us. It's changed so much in my life of being outside. My entire life, I do not work inside, except for the small time I worked at my uncle's butcher market. I love the outside, but it's slightly dangerous now. I even noticed less seagulls. We were one of the few boats out that night, so there's quite a few, but I have even noticed less seagulls. Start back shrimping more. I don't have any fish to catch, so I imagine I'll be shrimping. Only the bugs will be left when they're done. I guess I'll always have shrimp for you to eat. Let me see what else I can find. Showing the hurricane makers is what got me kicked off Facebook without any strikes. Over 2,500 fishermen on my page. They just removed me completely. All because I showed the hurricane makers. These are bunker fuel burning ships that creates the fires. Greenpeace obviously knows something about it. And this is the hurricane maker that got me completely removed. They call it a missile defense system, but we all know what it's really for. It's an atmospheric heater. I see these things all over these cruise ships now. These smaller domes spaced evenly. I wonder if they're not part of it, just like an airline. It's very much self-propelled. It doesn't need any tugs at all. These machines come in any forms. Thank you to the warriors that are here at 12 minutes. I'm sure it's only a few of you. But these machines come in many forms, not just oil platforms. They just got money. They can create whatever they want. Unlimited funds when you can just print it out. Digitally printed out. It ain't paper, it's just digitally printed. Not real. But they can buy the world with it still. Like our fishing industry. And our farming industry as well. Absolutely anything could be hiding underneath those fiberglass domes. And I mean anything. Direct energy beams, weapons, whatever they want. Can't imagine being a weatherman that would just stand in front of the camera. Oh, never mind. They're not actually weathermen. They're just paid actors to lie to us. But how can you just stand there and lie to the public? For generations, some of these actors on TV has been. This for generations. They teach them how to do disinformation type journalism. Propaganda journalism is what it is. But look at all the chemtrails out here. That's just crazy. That's a lot clearer. Sad to sit here and count, but all these are individuals. One, two, three, I mean, 10, 30 or 40. I don't know, 500 aircraft maybe. That's crazy. But we're going to leave you with that. Commercial Fisherman out. Standing by.